Sparklite has many of the elements of a great game, of a game that I would love. Its bright palette combined with lovely pixel art alongside the top-down view remind me strongly of older Zelda titles. The story is skillfully intertwined with the game mechanics, the characters are charming, and the soundtrack is decent enough without being overbearing or repetitive. It's a shame, then, that Sparklite seems to have forgotten to make compelling gameplay part of its repertoire. Now, don't get me wrong, Sparklite's gameplay isn't bad. It's just largely forgettable. Many parts of the game, really, never reach their full potential, which is a shame when Sparklite gets some things, like its aesthetics, so very right. So first, let's take a look at a run in Sparklite, and then talk about where it falls short. You start off in the airship, where you can spend Sparklite to upgrade various facilities. These can allow you to equip more badges, effectively strengthening your character, take different secondary weapons called gadgets with you to the surface, or equip various widgets, which are consumable items. The run truly begins once you go down to the surface. You always start out in the Vinelands, and depending on how far you are in the story, you can make your way to one of the other biomes. The map is composed of various individual screens arranged in a grid that's different each run. You explore these screens and this grid, fighting enemies along the way until you locate the Titan for the biome you're currently on. The Titans are essentially the area's boss. If you defeat the boss for the current biome, then you'll unlock an ability that will allow you to move on to the next biome. If you fail, then you're dragged back to the airship, losing your widgets, but keeping everything else you've collected during the run. All those ways that you can spend your Sparklite on the airship, yeah, they're mostly superfluous. 98% of the time in combat, you're just going to hit things with your wrench. It's stronger than your gadgets and widgets. It doesn't run out of uses, and it's always available. Unfortunately, there are very few ways to actually upgrade your wrench, and thus all of these trappings and ways to spend Sparklite end up feeling largely useless. There's not a lot of variety in the map screens, and some of them feel empty while others feel poorly designed. More than once, I've entered a screen right on top of an enemy, costing me precious hearts. There's also something off, something floaty about combat. It's hard to describe in words, but it definitely feels like combat, movement, hitboxes, none of it is as tight as it could be. There's a lot of missed opportunities here, but probably the biggest missed opportunity is the fact that this is a game clearly inspired by The Legend of Zelda, but clearly lacking many of the more pertinent elements of those games. Most of your time during runs will be spent either crossing screens or in combat. There really needed to be puzzles to solve. There are a few NPCs to find in the world, but they're few and far between. It's all too sparse, too repetitive. It's really a testament to the strength of the roguelite formula that even with this amount of repetition, there's still a bit of the just one more run tug at play here. But there's only so far that just one more run urge can take you, even in a package as attractive as Sparklite. It's like the developers took the light in roguelite way too seriously, delivering a zero-calorie version of a video game. Whatever spark is inherent in great combat, Sparklite unfortunately doesn't seem to have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, use some Sparklite to upgrade your status to liked and subscribed. If you didn't like this video, give it another run. Either way, I'll see you next time.